All of my scrunchies started going missing when I met my boyfriend. About a month ago I became official with a guy named Tim. Tim is great, really responsible, honest, has a good career, etc. So far our relationship has been great aside from the fact that since I met him, my scrunchies started going missing. It sounds stupid, I know, but I always stash scrunchies throughout my apartment. I use them every day and like them to be easily accessible. I have some in my bathroom, both of my bedrooms, my living room, my car, etc. I probably had 20 plus scrunchies randomly dispersed throughout. I'm down to 6, 3 of which were in my car. At first I thought maybe I just lost 1 or 2, but before long I noticed that entire stashes were missing. It's gotten annoying because anytime I go to reach for one, it's just gone. For example, I have a drawer under my sink where I had kept around 5 scrunchies. Sounds crazy, but I tend to take them, tie my hair back, do something else, and take it out in a different room. This assured me I will always have one on hand in the room I usually need them most. I return 5 to this stash on Sundays when I clean if they got moved. The drawer now has none. The only factor in my life that has changed is my boyfriend. My dog doesn't bother them, but even if she had somehow gotten into drawers and taken to eating them, we'd probably be in the pet ER right now because 14 scrunchies is quite a lot. I don't think anyone is breaking in to steal my scrunchies. I know I haven't lost this many. Is my boyfriend secretly a ferret? What could he possibly be doing with all of these scrunchies? My friends are joking that he has a shrine of me in his closet. One friend thinks that he's stealing them to test if I notice when things go missing and has plans to steal more, which has me sort of sketched out. He's never in my apartment alone, but he's somehow finding enough time to be alone to do this and for me not to notice. Does anyone have any ideas? I was going to confront him, but I don't want to accuse him of something so silly. But I also just don't get it. Help. Edit. Some of y'all just aren't any fun. Obviously no one but him knows. I just wanted to preemptively prepare myself for reasonings as to why he could be doing this. Also, it's just kind of funny, so I wanted to share. I thought the way this was written would kind of show that, but some people are taking it way too seriously. He's planning on coming over tonight, so it's definitely on the agenda to inconspicuously ask him where they've gone. At this point, if he says he doesn't know, I'm just going to set up a camera because A, he's lying and needs called out, or B, someone unwelcomed is in my apartment stealing my stuff. Someone asked if it could be my dog, but I've pulled my couch out since this has started happening, and honestly my dog doesn't really steal things, so I'm 99.9% positive it's not her. She's an old gal and just sleeps mostly. Unless there's some other creature sneaking in and stealing, it's definitely a person's doing. A lot of people have said he might be tidying them up, but this is honestly impossible because they're nowhere to be found. I have a fairly large apartment, but unless he's storing them in a vent or something, they're just straight up missing. Either way, I should have some update tonight. Update. Y'all. He just left and I have to write this now while it's fresh in my mind. So, as many of you came at me for not doing immediately, I had a talk with him tonight. I had planned on it, but when I discovered the last batch of missing scrunchies this morning, I snapped and just wanted to get some ideas of what he could be doing with them. I didn't want to approach it via text or while either of us were working, so I figured I'd just wait till this evening to approach him. A lot of people told me that I should be able to talk to him, but it's still so new I just didn't want to approach it at first. Most of you were wrong, but a few of you beautiful, twisted people got it right. Without further ado, allow me to provide my best recollection of the conversation. Me. I keep losing my scrunchies and it's driving me nuts. Have you seen any of them around? Him. Not really. Don't you have one on your nightstand? Me. Yeah, but I used to have a lot more and now they're missing. It's so weird. At this point his demeanor kind of changed. To be fair, I was staring him down and he knew I knew. He just shrugged at me. The demeanor switch gave me enough of a spidey sense that I just flat out asked them why he was taking them. He initially tried to say that he didn't, then he tried to say he was accidentally taking them and said he would put them on his wrist and forget to take them off. I pressed him saying I never saw them on his wrist and I always kiss him goodbye so I would notice. He looked like he was about to start crying and kept saying he didn't know, which didn't make sense because he clearly did. I got frustrated and raised my voice and demanded to know, at which point he admitted he was masturbating with them. I just kinda stared at him and for a second I was glad that I made the post because the initial shock wasn't as bad since it was brought to my attention that this is common? I had him explain and he said that one night early on he was at my place and we had made out, but I told him I didn't want to have sex. He shimmied away to the bathroom and had looked around for something to use as lube. I only had scented lotions around and he was worried I'd noticed that he smelt like them, so he chose the next best thing, which I guess was my ultra plush towel scrunchie. After he defiled my poor scrunchie, he apparently panicked and rinsed it out and put it in his pocket. I guess this experience ignited something within him because he started taking them to masturbate with. When I asked why he didn't just keep up with the same one and wash it or buy his own pack, he said that it felt better because it was mine. Cute, I guess? He told me he would never take another one and apologized profusely for being weird. He even offered to buy me new ones. While he wasn't as manipulative or scary as some people thought, I still don't love that trust has been broken so early on and that he stole from me, regardless of reason. I asked for space and he left. So yeah, I don't really know what I plan to do from here, but now we all know. Apparently scrunchies of your loved one feel really good if anyone wants to give it a shot, with permission of course, winky face.